Yeah, happy Valentine's Day to you guys.
Oh my god, today is my 2-year talking.
Yes.
I met him 2 years ago today.
Yes, you did.
I should tell him before he tells me. He'll forget.
You forgot.
I know. Bed. Love.
Bed.
Love.
Beyond. Bed, love, beyond. Bed, love, beyond.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Bed Love Beyond, the podcast for the hopeful and the hater in us to discuss sex, love, and whatever's clever with like-minded people like you who are also in limbo with love.
Like us.
I'm Martini.
I'm Jen.
And today's episode is episode 99, Codependency, a bond worth breaking. If you have a topic you want us to explore or have any questions you want to ask, you can write to us at bedlovebeyond@gmail.com or text us at 201-862-8BED. That is 201-862-8233. And speaking of questions or things people want to ask us, we have a reader email.
Yay.
We have reader email, and also we have
Feedback.
feedback from our Twitter stuff. So so let's do the email first. This is an email response to episode 95. So the person writes, "Hello, Bed Love Beyond. My name is Charles, and I'm 38 years old. I've been listening to the show for quite a while and enjoy the discussion, topics, and guests, and even Noble Casalupis. Shout out to Noble.
What up, Noble?
On episode 95, when the part of Haitian parents came up that Martini and Randy was discussing their experiences with their Haitian parents about how strict they are. I'm Haitian American as well, but I gotta say, my experiences was a little different. While I had the typical Haitian parents who were all about school, church, work, and stay out of jail, they were never uptight on the dating scene. Though they were definitely nosy about it, but I was, and still am, a private person, so I never talked about my love life to them. They never suspected homosexuality because there was too much evidence around, like girly magazines, porn, and my cousins who would expose crushes that I had. When it came to preferences, my parents didn't care about race, but felt that I should be cautious with interracial and intercultural relationships because I could be discriminated for being black or Haitian. They didn't enforce that I had to have a Haitian girl or a black girl. If I did bring home a Haitian girl, they would have been more discriminatory, making sure that she didn't do voodoo, wasn't a gold digger, or come from a wrong city or town in Haiti. Nowadays, I feel more confident bringing a girl over. However, my father has dementia and could be hostile to different situations, so I wouldn't put any female in potential crazy situation. One interesting and funny moment I was used. One interesting and funny moment.
What?
Nah, I read it wrong. One interesting and funny moment was I used to date a Dominican girl, and her moms wasn't too fond of black dudes, especially Haitians, and especially dark skinned and ghetto ones.
Moms, because that's such a New York thing.
Oh,
Moms. Yo, her mom's then.
I'm light skinned.
How many moms does she have?
I'm light-skinned and not hood. Still had 2 out of 4 strikes against me. I was always a bit nervous around her mom. However, when I used to meet her mom, she was always cordial, respectful, and friendly. My ex at the time had her own place with a friend/roommate, so I came to spend the night for some fun. Hee hee. Her mom stopped by and had dinner, and she went home. Later that night, we had sex, and I must say, I handled my business.
Okay, Charles.
Next morning,
TMI.
Next morning, her mom stopped by for breakfast, which surprised me and was awkward. It's like I didn't want her to think that I spent the night boning her daughter. So while eating breakfast, while in our pajamas, her mother turns to me and says, "So, you had fun last night?" With a look like I know what you did. Yo, I was so shocked, surprised, and awkward. If a hole opened up in the ground, I would jump down in it. My ex, her friend, and mom erupted in laughter at the silence and expression on my face. Later, my ex asked me why it was so awkward for me. I told her that I kind of grew up old-fashioned where parents and kids didn't really acknowledge each other's sexuality. Meanwhile, my ex grew in a single-parent household with a young single mother who grew up in Dominican Republic and the U.S. She and her mom could easily relate while it was awkward for me. In the future, when I have kids, I hope to be more open and comfortable on sex and relationships with them.
Oh.
So thanks, Charles, for writing to us.
Glad you enjoyed the episode and that you could relate.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Anything you need to say about that, or
No? I mean, I'm glad that he like got something on the out of the episode, and that you know, I guess that would be a little awkward, like having sex and then having someone's like mom there the next day.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't want to hit it and quit it and bounce. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And I think you should. I think it's a good idea to, be like, oh, I want to talk to my kids about sex. I think they should know. I just don't. I feel weird talking about. I don't have my own kids. I just have godkids.
Mm-hmm.
And like I think I was mentioning last time April was here. Like my godson is like one of my godsons is like now he's gonna be 12 in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So like he's just like getting into the whole girls thing and
puberty.
Yeah. And I'm sure his mom and dad are handling it fine. His mom and dad are Vision and Nubia, so they got the whole thing unlocked.
Yeah, pretty much.
But like, I think he feels comfortable telling me things. Like he wants to tell me things.
Right.
So like, I'm just like,
you're the cool aunt.
Right.
So
I'm like, I don't know.
Hey, it's good practice, for when you have your own. So
Right.
I would take that opportunity.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So all right, well,
that's cool.
That is cool.
So we have some Twitter reactions too. This is from episode 97, which was the consent episode with April. So
oh, good. I'm glad somebody hollered about that.
Yeah. So the person says episode 97. Jennifer said she doesn't want her son to hear barbershop talk. Men aren't going to censor themselves in the barbershop.
Jennifer said.
Yeah, Jennifer said.
I didn't say that. And I think barbershops are kind of like a rite of passage in a way. Mm-hmm. But in a certain way, I almost wish that like men would be more mindful when younger men come in there. Like, when your kid's old enough to actually walk to a barbershop and go.
And hear
that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, pussy this and dick that. And I bent that bitch over. I'd be like, what?
I beat it up.
Like, you're going to have to go to the white barbershop. I'm sorry. There's just old men in there talking about the war.
Yes, you did.
I don't even have a kid.
No, well, he's in the future. Wow. She said, Jennifer? I didn't say that. Wow. She said men aren't going to censor themselves in the barbershop. Also, when your son is old enough to go alone, he will have heard everything already. I knew the 8 dirty words by 10. Hashtag Catholic school kid.
All right.
So there's that. Also, a person wrote, in the Kobe Bryant case, he wasn't found innocent. The DNA test, they tested DNA on the accuser. They found multiple semen specimens. She dropped the case and may have did a settlement. So there's that. And again, episode 97.
People were really pissed about this.
The Nate Parker case. They didn't come after him during Birth of a Nation. He exposed the case himself. The accuser committed suicide years ago. Family of accuser said it was due to Parker and his friends' harassment on campus at the time. Nate Parker did a piss poor job of defending himself in the media. People like Tupac Shakur and Mike Tyson did a better job defending themselves. Nate Parker, there's something very fishy about him.
I'll let April get on that. He needs to reply at Miss April Speaks so she can let him know.
Yeah, on Twitter. Yeah, exactly.
I'll let her know.
Yeah.
Check that out.
Yeah, because she was she definitely knew more about that stuff than I did. So. That's it for the fans' responses. But thank you so much to all the people who did that, the email and the Twitter stuff again.
Yes, thank you for showing up. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and
we appreciate it.
You can find us at bedlovebeyond, on Twitter, and also you can email us at bedlovebeyond@gmail.com, just like Charles did. Hit us up, and also text us at 201-862-8BED. That is 201-862-8233, and we'll read your stuff on the air. All right, so Daily Dish. One thing, we got some housekeeping to do. Vision, who works at Affiliated Inc. now.
Afflicted, I think.
Afflicted? All right.
I think so.
No, you're right.
I don't know. Is it?
No, I wrote it.
You read it wrong?
I read it wrong.
I was like, I think it's Afflicted.
Afflicted Inc. at 35 Ridge Road in Lyndhurst, New Jersey. So go see him if you want to get some tats, and tell him that we sent you. It'd be nice that you went there, support him, because he was the one who did our logo for us. So what up, Vision? And also the winner of the Oh My Bod Club Vibe 3.0 giveaway is Desiree Watkins.
Yes, shout out to Desiree.
Shout out to Desiree.
Before you leave, you have to like write a little note together and put the stickers in, and then I'll mail it out tomorrow.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
I didn't get to do that. I just wanted to write the note with you or write something with her.
Yeah, not a problem. Yep. So, yeah. Congrats, Desiree. I hope by the time you listen to this, it'll be in your possession and you will have fun. Yep. So, to go on, this is Valentine's Day week. So, happy Valentine's Day to all the couples out there. Also, happy Galentine's Day for the single girls. And happy Palentine's Day for the guys who tried to holler at the chick, but then found out that she doesn't really like you, so you're in the friend zone now. So,
damn.
Hey, I'm just saying. I'm just trying to cover all bases. So, yeah, happy Valentine's Day to you guys.
Oh my God. Today is my 2-year
talking relationship.
Talking.
Yes.
I met him 2 years ago today.
Yes, you did. And that was the next point that I was going to tell.
Wow.
Yep. So.
I should tell him before he tells me. He'll forget.
You forgot.
I know.
You trying to hate on him. You're the one who forgot. But yeah, happy 2-year talking anniversary. So, just to say to you, happy anniversary.
Oh, I don't think we're counting it as our anniversary.
Oh, you're not? But it's been a year since you guys, whatever.
Since we
dated.
Since I slid into his DMs.
Sure.
on not social media, on OkCupid.
Right.
February 13th, 2016. I was like, hey. And he was like, hey. And then he wished me happy Valentine's Day. And then we didn't meet until like February 24th. And our first February 25th, I think it was. And then our first official date was March 24th.
Oh, all right. So, all right. We'll revisit this in a month.
Yeah. So, like, he said to me the other day, because he was like going through his bills. He was like, we went to that restaurant on March 24th. I'm like, good job. I already told you that 3 months ago. I was like, I already like went through my Google Maps and stalked myself and figured that out. And then he was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, he's like, so that should be our anniversary, right? And I was like, sure. Well, look where we are 2 years later.
Yeah. Isn't it amazing?
Home stretch.
Mrs.
No, we're good.
Mrs. Nah. Mrs. Don't stop and smell the flowers.
What flowers?
The flowers you be getting on Valentine's.
I don't want flowers. I don't think we're doing anything for Valentine's Day. I think we're doing like what all cool couples in America are going to be doing.
What?
Going to see Black Panther on Thursday.
Okay.
I just might as well just go to dinner and then to the movie on Thursday. And like, you know what? I was thinking about it, like, we buy gifts for each other, like rando, and then I added the Leah, randomly. So it's not like we have to do something special for that day, because we kind of we really are nice to each other for the most part. Every day, or for the most part.
That's good.
We have our moments, but I mean, yeah. So.
No, I mean that's good. I mean that's how it should be done. You know, Valentine's Day shouldn't be a.
I did buy him something.
A makeup holiday.
No, right.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Oh, so I wanted to tell you guys a story.
Okay.
Are you ready for that or no?
No. Well, your story was the last thing.
Okay, so go ahead with your stuff.
the second to last thing before your story is speaking of Valentine's Day and all that stuff. I remember listening to an episode last year around this time, and you and April we're going to try to do a couples retreat idea.
Me and April still talk about that like every day.
So what's up with that, man? I mean, you're in a very good relationship. I mean, April's in an awesome relationship, and you got friends whose relationship was really good.
We've talked about it. I just don't think we've ever like executed it. And when I asked one of our guests that were on like how much it would be, it was a lot more than we were willing to spend.
Mm-hmm. But I'm sure you can do like research and stuff for
so
cheaper
like
stuff, or Airbnb probably didn't exist.
Right. So like we were thinking of that, but it's just a matter of whatever. But we did talk about like this past week, maybe like setting up a Facebook group of like all like open-minded couples, and like having like an outing once a month. Like we'll just set a destination and like go. Like say, okay, like, you know, March 30th, everyone's going to meet up at the Dave & Buster's. Mm-hmm. You know, but it will be like couples from all over, but they have to be like open-minded people, like who aren't going to be like judgy or like whatever, you know, or maybe everyone goes bowling or something, just for other couples to like go out with other couples. I mean, not necessarily talk about, yo, my girl's bugging me out, like, but maybe so some of these guys can like build friendships like outside of their circles, and like just talk to other men, and women can talk to other women.
That's cool. Okay.
Something to that effect. We haven't fully developed that idea yet.
All right, because I didn't know you were gonna be that expansive. I thought it was more so your friends who are in couples.
At this point in time, it would really just be our friends. Like, but like it would be like my friends, and like let's say my friends know a couple who would be interested in being part of the group. It would be them. Right. Kind of like the same thing, like a meetup thing. Right.
No, well, yeah, but I thought it was going to be more, at first I thought it was going to be more personal. Like April, maybe Kathy. You know what I'm saying? Like
No. The retreat thing would have been.
Yeah.
And if we decide to go through with it, it would be. The problem is that a lot of men, I know my boyfriend for one, isn't going to want to discuss his problems in front of a bunch of people.
But why not just have a couple's vacation then?
We might do that. Like maybe do a couple's vacation, like a retreat, and then maybe try to do like team building activities.
Yeah, like that. It doesn't need to be couples therapy. Right. Just couples vacation.
I really want it to be like, why did I get married? Without the drama and the people dying and stuff. But or divorce.
Right.
But like I guess we could do that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think you should plan it for 2019. Your meetup
2018 just started. Give us like we can do a vacation in August or something.
No, but I mean, I think you should. First, you don't even know who's going.
Right.
And two, I think you should do the couples vacation in 2019, but do the couples meetup this year.
Maybe we could do that.
That's how you should do it.
I think it'd be cool. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I know like my one friend doesn't have Facebook. Her husband does. So I guess I can invite her husband, and then he could tell her what the events are.
Yeah.
But
that'd be cool.
Yeah, I don't know. We want to do that. We gotta like think about it, because I think there's some people. Well, those people aren't really in my life anymore right now. So some people wouldn't really mesh with everybody.
Okay. I mean, you can't predict that.
No, but you just know.
No. I mean, for the meetup, though. Wait, what are you talking about? The meetup or the vacation?
The meetups.
Oh, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you won't be able to know until they get there.
Right.
And then maybe they'll see themselves out and be like, okay, this is pretty cliquey.
Right.
So I'm out. You know? Oh, I don't know.
It might be really. That's the thing. We got to try to not make it cliquey. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I don't know. We got to talk more about that. We also have to talk more about this book that we're talking about. Mm-hmm. We didn't bring that up, but we'll talk about it soon.
You and April?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Big Ting Squad.
That's good.
So, yeah, that's it. Tomorrow, maybe I'll cook something nice. Mm-hmm. Thursday, Black Panther. Friday, nothing.
Friday, nothing.
Saturday, nothing. Sunday, babysit Kai.
Yeah. Yep. And also, advice to the couples out there. Dick and pussy aren't presents. Try to be a little more creative.
Whoa.
Be more creative. I mean, it's much appreciated, but be more creative.
There's one thing if like you both don't acknowledge the holiday. Like it doesn't. I think once you're in a relationship for a certain amount of time, like You don't have to make a big deal out of it.
Yeah,
but
you
it's
don't
like,
have to make a big deal out of it.
I
but
feel like though if you're like in a new relationship, you should like take the temperature of it and just say, hey, where is this relationship? And like do something, because you don't know. Like some girl could be like, oh my god, we're in this relationship, and this guy's like, oh my god, she's my jump off. I heard on the radio today that today is like the highest rate of breakup.
Yeah,
today's the day,
because it's a lot of pressure for a Hallmark
to
holiday.
get a fucking card and a rose. Get out of here.
For a Hallmark holiday.
So last year on this day, I gave my boyfriend a USB mixtape.
Yes.
And it had all the pictures of us on it.
Yes.
And I gave it to him today. I didn't get him anything. Well, I'm just gonna give him his gift now then. And then on Valentine's Day, I didn't get him anything because I didn't think he was gonna make a big deal about it.
Right.
I just kind of figured we were gonna brush over this.
Okay.
And then he like came with like stuffed animals and cards and.
Yeah, because y'all would have wilded out. Because that's what
I
y'all do.
Have, though.
You know what I mean?
To, like,
you didn't acknowledge it.
Whoa.
You know, just like that's what y'all do.
I'm sorry. If you were in a relationship with a girl and she didn't acknowledge it, you throw a titty attack.
But that's what I'm saying.
You would too, though. Because it's important to some people. Some people it's not important to.
I know,
it's
but
important to you, isn't it?
What, Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
It's important to acknowledge love for each other.
Yeah, but you should do that every day.
No, yeah.
So who cares that Hallmark said today's Valentine's Day? Do you know what today really is?
Ask all the women in the world.
Don't make me put up my St. Valentine's Day Massacre thing. Anyway, on our Facebook page, I put up a bunch of lists of places where you can get gifts. Complex actually came out with a really dope list of gifts.
Mm-hmm. Were they geared towards men or towards women?
Both. And they're like, and it kind of goes into categories. Like if your boyfriend or girlfriend's a foodie or a music buff or an athletic buff or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever they are.
Mm-hmm.
Nerds, whatever.
Right.
Lists for different penises and vaginas of different genres.
Good.
It was a good list, so I put that up. I don't know. Listen, it's just a fucking another day. I don't know.
It's not, but okay.
It is such an, oh my god. So Martini'd be the one who'd be hella pissed if his girlfriend was just like, I'm going out with my friends on Valentine's Day.
That'd be weird.
Why? Do you know how many Valentine's days with my ex that I spent with him and our friends?
Oh, okay. Him and our friends.
Even the one
you
Valentine's
just said,
Day,
I'm out. I'm leaving you at home and I'm going out with my friends. That's wrong.
Yeah, but it's still weird. It's like, I don't know. Anyway.
No, I'm just saying. It's just
I'm
like.
I'm sorry that you'd be upset.
Me and all the millions of women out there.
This is the point. But most men wouldn't be upset.
What?
Well, most men wouldn't care if we didn't celebrate Valentine's Day as a couple.
No, most men wouldn't care. No, but we know that you are gonna get on
You're
our
like
ass.
team lady.
No, we know that you're gonna get on our ass if we did nothing. Like February 14th, like acknowledge it. I'm not saying like a big gesture or whatever. Freaking what is it? Freaking what's those damn things? Not a mosh pit. The other thing.
No idea.
Flash mob. So, yeah, I'm not saying that it needs to be a flash mob, but acknowledgement would be nice. That's all I'm saying.
Well, happy Valentine's Day, co-host.
Okay.
I didn't get my little cards to give out to everybody this year.
No.
I was thinking about it, though. The awkwardness of being in third grade and handing out those little cards to everyone in your class and drawing a heart on Brad's. Sorry, that was just me. Brad was my crush in grammar school. Brad. Yeah. So, yeah, Valentine's Day is coming. Great. Woohoo. Anywho, sorry, I'm just thinking about pizza. Chicago deep dish pizza.
Nice. Shout out to
Zane and Erica. I like got a Groupon from like Chicago deep dish pizza place in Chicago for some reason, and like I posted on Facebook last night. I was like, I don't know what's wrong with my Groupon, but this looks good. And I tagged Zane and Erica. I was like, do you have to take me here? They're like, that place is garbage. That's not what they said, but they were like, we'll take you to someplace better. I'm like, that shit looks delicious. Oh my God.
It's funny that they like knew exactly like what? Nah, we'll go someplace else. Mm-hmm. That's cool.
So, any daily dish on your end?
I mean, I hate to say it, but I mean the truth is the truth. It's like sometimes I feel that I am not ready, for a relationship. But
I'm gonna just tell you this, like, cause my boyfriend hits me all the time with the maybe I wasn't ready for a relationship line. Be ready in whatever way you could be ready, because it's earth shattering when you put everything into a relationship and you hear that.
I do give pause and be like, nah, you know what? I can't do that to myself. But at the same time, I'm like a little dog, and I'm just like, oh wait, there's love. Oh my God, let me go get it. like it's a car, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it sucks. I mean, I'm happy for everybody who has found new relationships, like especially this Valentine's Day. This past Valentine's Day, I saw new relationships, people saying I love you within like 2 months of like being together. I'm like, yo, damn, that's awesome, man. I'm not hating on anybody. I freaking love seeing that. But at the same time, I'm like, fuck, I want that too. Mm-hmm. But fuck, I know I'm not ready for it. And it sucks so much because, even if I do find the right person, it is most definitely the wrong time. No.
Okay.
So, your story.
Oh. So I said to remind me to tell you about my friend Brooklyn, but he's not like Brooklyn. That's the Brooklyn I've talked about on the show.
Oh, okay. So
he's actually a friend that I always call Brooklyn because that's where he's from.
Oh.
So I really be doing him disservice by calling him that Brooklyn. So we'll call him BK.
Yeah. Sure.
Because that's what he's actually in my phone. BK's new number. That's what it says.
Okay.
So I met him a very, very, very long time ago, possibly pre-Brooklyn, I believe.
And that's where our machine broke. Yep. Hi everyone. Martini here. So that little short clip that you heard, yeah, that was when our computer shut down and the whole program went down. But luckily, we still had a lot of the footage that we shot. Wait, this isn't a movie. I mean, the audio that we recorded intact. And also, you'll hear more of the podcast when I finally got the computer working again and the program working again. But we pretty much, in this section, lost the whole story of what Jennifer was talking about with her old friend, and also a little bit of what our episode was talking about. So I'm gonna try and fill this in a little bit. I'll try not to be too long. Anyway, she was talking about her friend BK and the longtime friend of. Oh yeah, and Jen's not here, so she can't reenact the story for us. But hey, Jen, how you doing? So I'll try to do my best to fill in the story for you. So essentially, BK, her longtime friend, got in contact with her again. But they used to be cool. Like she was gonna go into. They never went out. Well, actually, she went on one date with him, but found out that they weren't compatible. But they stayed friends for a while, so that's fine. And this guy was about to a long time ago. He invited her to his and his girl's house because he was going to propose to her. Propose to the girlfriend, not Jen. But Jen couldn't make it, so that was like the last time that they spoke. So recently, he talked to her and he texted her. It was like, hey, what's going on? How you doing? And she was like, hey, what's up? Haven't heard from you in a while. How's the wife? How's the boo? And he said that he was going to be moving back to where they used to know each other because they lived two They lived 2 towns apart from each other. So the guy was like, hey, so BK was like, hey, I might be coming back because he lives on the West Coast. So he's like, hey, I might be coming back around. So what's up? Let's link up or whatever. And she's like, yeah, like no problem. And he was saying, and she was like, how's your wife? How's the engagement going? And Jen was like, BK was like, it's done. It's not happening. But then he was like, yo, so, Jennifer sent a picture from Time Hop. Coincidentally, Time Hop showed her a picture of BK, herself, and a mutual friend that they knew. And he was like, oh my God, we all look so old. Oh, well, it's like, well, you guys look old. I still look young, blah, 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 all this stuff. And then Jen's like, ha, ha, ha. And then BK's like, yo, whatever happened to that picture of me touching your boob? That was a funny ass pic. Let me see that. Like, I was like, I know you got it. And she was like, she didn't recall this picture of him, touching the boob, whatever. And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he's like, come on, man, that picture with your boob, it's nice and round. And he's like, ha, ha, ha. And she was like, whoa, inappropriate and stuff. And he's like, what are you talking about? This is how we always this is how we always talk. This is our shtick. And she was like, look, it's inappropriate. I'm not talking to you about my breasts. And also, I got a man and I'm trying to build something with him. And BK is like, oh, like, why are you acting like you holier than thou now? Like, this is how we used to talk. Like, even when you were with your exes, we used to talk, we used to share, tits and dick jokes all the time. What's so different now? I don't understand, but I find whatever, you have a good day today and whatever. And she hasn't heard from him since. So Jen was kind of remiss, like, whoa. I guess that's the end of our friendship. I don't know. He hasn't written me back, but she was just talking. She was just trying to send it out to you guys and to myself. Like, she didn't want to make this like a Me Too thing. Like she was offended or anything like that. But she was like, hey, she just wanted to, she was happy that she stuck up for herself because, some dudes, they want to, I don't want to say weasel their way in, but they want to find the cracks. Like, hey, what's really good. Because maybe, I don't know, maybe he was feeling her or maybe he just wanted some ass. I don't know. I'm not him. But I do know how guys move. So Jen just wanted to let y'all know that she was happy that she stood up for herself and, like, she's dropping mad friends in 2018 because, like, that's like 1 out of 3 this year and it's only February, So she's just dropping people left and right. But hey, that's her. That's what she wants to do. So why not? And to continue with this, before we continue with this, we were talking about codependency and that she has been worried about her niece who has been a long time, what would you say, victim of codependency. And yeah, she's really hardcore with it. And Jennifer was worried about her niece and she's just trying to see what she can do to help her in that, because all the time she's always on her girlfriend's ass. All her girlfriends past and now just on her ass, worried that they're going to abandon her and all that stuff. And then she's just going to be like, I don't know, on the street beyond a dumpster or something like that. Like, I don't know, but we're worried for her. But anyway, now on with the continuation of the podcast. Thank you so much for this intermission, I guess. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of the podcast. No, but I completely understand what you're talking about with the whole, because I remember you'd be really worried with your niece, because you'd always, it almost seemed like you'd always want to like save her every time. You're like, hey, so what you doing? He's like, oh, nothing, or whatever. It's like, hey, you want to come to New Jersey for a bit? And like try to like, for lack of a better term, just like talk some sense into her. Just like, hey, you shouldn't do this. And even remember, you even scolded her on
Probably.
our podcast when she was live streaming during the podcast. She was live streaming to her girlfriend
Right.
while we were doing the podcast. Like, she couldn't
Not
be with her or take millions of pictures and stuff. So I saw a couple characteristics that that codependent people have, and some of them was like, a tendency to confuse love and pity with the tendency to love people that they can pity and rescue, an unhealthy dependence on relationships. The codependent will do anything to hold on to a relationship to avoid the feeling of abandonment, which you have said. An extreme need for approval and recognition, a compelling need to control others, a lack of trust in self and or others, difficulty identifying feelings, and difficulty adjusting to change, chronic anger, lying, and dishonesty.
Oh my God, this is my niece to a T.
Oh no, this isn't good.
No.
So, I don't know. Well, okay. Well, let's take it back a little bit. You said that you didn't.
I didn't lie. I wasn't dishonest, but I definitely think I was very codependent in my relationships at some point.
Well, no, but I mean, that you didn't receive affection when you were little, so that might have affected you now.
We're just not a touchy-feely family.
Do you think that happened with your niece?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you think that has to do with it?
I think it does. And the fact that, like, her dad kind of was gone her whole life, and her mom, like, kind of sent her to live with her grandma, and her grandma kind of had a bunch of issues, so, yeah.
So, right. So she hasn't had a foundation, a placement to consistently get love and give love from.
Right.
So you think that's why she's doing it with her girlfriend?
Right.
Right.
Would you guys ever have a threesome?
No,
why
I
wouldn't
don't share
you,
well with others.
Why wouldn't you have a threesome?
Because I don't share well with others, like my little Aunt Jen. I'm too possessive, like, not like a psycho possessive, like, oh my God, but like,
her face.
Rude. Anyways.
Which, I mean, listen, if that's your life, that's your life, but you have to know that it's not healthy.
Yeah.
And that
it's not a good life.
like, it's not healthy, and like it eventually sometimes pushes people away.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So.
Which is why I'm shocked that her girlfriend now didn't see, and maybe she does see a red flag.
I think she does a little bit, because like
why do
that's
I need to?
the only time I hear from my niece. She'll be like, "Oh, she's saying I'm crazy." I'm like, that's not nice to say, but maybe you can tone it down a little bit.
Right.
And she's like, "Do you understand why I feel this way?" I'm like, "I do understand, but you have to understand that is not going to float everyone's boat."
I don't think it's gonna float anybody's boat.
There are people who could be codependent on each other, but sometimes I don't think those people like each other.
You can depend on someone, but you shouldn't codepend, like, I need you or I will die.
What will I do without you?
So I don't think that's good.
No.
But also, I don't think people should live. I don't think couples should live singly either. Like, whatever, I really don't need you, so I mean, I could bounce at any time. So, like, because that's not
right.
That's not good either.
No,
like, who wants to hear that they're not? Well, I shouldn't say not needed,
not
quote,
wanted,
unquote, but but not wanted. Like, I can leave at any time, but
Nola, darling,
you're good. It's just like,
yeah,
that's not nice.
But I just wanted to like bring it up. I mean, I would love to like kind of have somebody on if you've been through one of those type of relationships, or if you want to defend why it's a good thing. I'd like to hear it.
No, yeah,
I'm interested in your point of view.
No, definitely, yeah. And I
just don't think it is. I've been there. I'm definitely not speaking from someone who's like always been like the independent person. Like, I know some people are like, yeah, I could take it or leave this relationship. It's like that's not gonna work because the other person's never gonna feel wanted enough to progress. Yeah,
exactly. Like, they're gonna be like, well, I mean, whatever I'm doing now doesn't matter apparently, so I'm not gonna do anything.
Right.
Yeah. And I saw like 5 reasons like how to stop being codependent in your relationship if you're having this issue. Is number 1, stop thinking a relationship is the key to your happiness.
It's not.
Said that. Number 2, stop believing emotional intimacy is only for romantic relationships.
Okay.
So I mean that's good too. Like you should
Be able to emote to people.
well to anybody, friend, family, doesn't need to be a somebody that you're romantically involved with. Number 3, stop refusing to spend time alone. Definitely need that to
Reset.
to woosah. You know what I mean?
Unplug.
Number
Grab a
4, stop putting everything else on hold when you meet someone new.
Oh my God, yes.
You want to speak on that?
No, I mean, I like completely demolished my Europe trip because of Brooklyn.
Okay.
Like, I needed to know what he was doing back in the States.
Well, you did say on this podcast that he was having somebody over and that you needed your roommate to help you out. So
Right, but I was like, that was an insecurity thing.
Mm-hmm. Well,
know what I mean?
it was justified.
Right, it was a justified insecurity thing, but I mean, still, nonetheless, like I ran up like a $2,500 phone bill in Europe.
Wow.
But I would have been $1,900 richer today, and I would have seen a lot more places.
Yeah.
If I didn't have like all that hanging over my head.
Right.
So, and that's definitely one of my regrets in life. I mean, and there's a lot of things that I like notice, like people like. I mean, I'm glad my niece isn't giving up school or anything.
Yeah.
But like, I just feel like she could be doing more if she wasn't like so concerned about like the time she needs to spend with her girlfriend.
Yeah. She is a very bright young woman, and I think if she just focused more, because she has raw talent, and if she can just focus on something,
right,
she can do something. She got time, to hone in to whatever that talent is, and then shoot for the stars. You know what I mean? And
she has time, but she's always gonna like she's given up so much already because of relationships. Like
no, but that's what I mean. I mean, but she's still young to course correct that. That's what I meant.
Yeah,
She's not like
see that happening.
35, she's like super young where she'd be like, whoa, what am I doing? And then let me just do this. You know what I mean? And number 5 is the last one. Stop forgetting to be tender with yourself first. Can't be harsh on yourself. You got to know that you are enough and that you can do this on your own.
Preach.
Yeah.
That's all I got. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, but it was good. It was a good topic to have. But yeah, we can definitely revisit this.
Tweet right in. Tell us what's going on. Are you in one of these relationships? Are you the receiver of one of these relationships and you don't know how to tell the person that, I need space?
Yeah, that's a good side too, because isn't it most of the time that the codependent people don't know that they're codependent? So
right.
I don't think they'll
right
in.
Some people know, but like,
but they won't.
Some people are like
it.
the receivers and like, oh my God, I need some space. Like,
no, but if you think that you are codependent, please, like we're not gonna judge. We really want to know your side, and you've seen from previous episodes that this is a very therapeutic podcast.
You and your significant other want to do a little couples counseling, we could do that too. That's
true too. Yes, if you feel that you're codependent or your significant other has said, you know what, you're a little codependent, and you're like, hell no. We'll
talk it out.
Yeah, we'll talk it out, all 4 of us, and then we'll come to a conclusion.
Because you know what? I think the person who's the receiver of the codependent relationship, of the codependent person, does need to understand that there is a sense of security there. And if you're not making that person feel secure, because some people just say, oh, I'm here. Like, what's wrong? I'm present. It's more
I'm present.
It's more than that. Like, you have to do more than that with somebody who's like that,
No, but you just passed it right there, where it's like, I don't need you to be present. I need you to be here.
Not just that. Like, me and my boyfriend have been together for 2 years, and he lives with me now.
Yeah.
I still get good morning texts from him. Like, because he leaves butt ass early and I go back to sleep.
Right.
But I still get good morning texts from him.
Yeah.
And, like, I noticed that today. Like, I did forget to text him, and I kind of didn't think about it because, oh my God, I saw him this morning. I gave him a kiss goodbye, whatever. But, like, those things are really important.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, cool. Thank you for thinking of me. I was thinking of you. I just was like doing too much to pick up the phone.
Yeah.
And I still appreciate that. And I think that, I mean, with any relationship, like those things are important to keep up. And I think that people who are in codependent relationships may not be getting that. Like my niece will be like, I text her more than she texts me. And I'm like, well, stop texting her then. Like, let her see how it feels for that absence.
Yeah.
And she'll be like, I send her cute things and she doesn't send me. I'm like, well, because you guys live together and she doesn't think about it.
does she know what her love language is? I think we talked about this on the thing.
Yeah, I forgot what hers was.
I forgot. I mean,
We'll have to revisit that episode.
Yeah. Here comes the flashback. What do you think Jasmine's love language is?
What are my options?
Touch, quality time,
acts of service, receiving gifts.
We all know it's obviously not that one. It'd be in his head.
Hold on.
I think mine's acts of service, though.
Acts of service?
Yep.
Okay. Your result is quality time. Your primary love is quality time. Nothing says I love you to you more than full uninvited attention. Distractions, postponed dates, or the failure to listen can be especially hurtful. Being present with the TV off, fork and knife down, and all the chores set aside makes you truly feel special, highly valued, and loved. Quality time also means sharing quality conversation and enjoying quality activities with those you love. You feel that?
Yeah.
That's you?
Yeah, I think that's me.
Oh, that's what it was. That's what it was. That's right. But no, from what I mean is that, like what you said with the good morning text, he doesn't have to send you that.
No.
Because he could say, well, I'm here, I'm present. You know what I'm saying? I'm present. But he's showing you that because he's here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's here with you. So he doesn't feel far away. Because what is that saying? Like the worst feeling in the world is
being with somebody and feeling alone.
Yeah. So
you're like, yeah.
No, that's
it.
That's what it is.
So write in, tweet, text, call. We want to know. Now that people are actually writing in. Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
happy now.
Yeah. Yep. So just like you said,
Sam got the movement going.
Thanks, Sam. How's everything? Oh, I hope you are enjoying and enjoyed your Valentine's week over there.
With your boo.
Yes, with your boo.
In London.
In London. Hello, governor. I love that phrase.
I heard Ed Sheeran's going to perform at the Prince's wedding.
Oh, yeah?
He was asked.
Oh, snap. Well, I mean, that'd be stupid if you said no.
I could have swore that he said he wouldn't do it, though, because he was getting married on that day. Who said that?
What the? Wait, that Ed Sheeran was getting the same day as Prince Harry?
I could have swore that's what I read somewhere. Maybe it wasn't Ed Sheeran then.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, then yeah, sure, I can't do it. I'm a little busy.
Imagine if he tells his fiancée, "Look, sorry, babe.
Yeah,
it's the Prince."
Yeah, it's the Prince. Come on, let's move it one day. It's the Prince. This is a one-time thing.
I'd be like, okay, I see where you're at, motherfucker.
You'd be pissed?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not understandable. I can understand that.
It's your wedding.
But that's the Prince. That's like once in a lifetime. That's the once in a lifetime thing. Nope. But I totally understand. Like that'd be well, no, he wouldn't have known. It's not like Prince Harry knows his Ed Sheeran's schedule. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I know you're getting married, but hey,
I got to make sure
Prince.
it was Ed Sheeran. It might not have been Ed Sheeran. It might have been somebody else that they were saying, oh, will this person perform?
Yeah.
And they're like, he probably won't because that's his wedding day.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. One more person who deserves a Valentine's Day shout out this week, Idris Elba.
Oh, yeah. He's off the market, ladies. Sam, did you hear that? I got I am Sam and tell her. You know what? Good for him in his third marriage.
Damn, why is a backhanded compliment? Jesus.
He said he would never get married again. I guess she's got the right stuff. She's pretty hot.
What was the reasoning?
He just said he just didn't want to. Like 2 times is a charm. But now it's 3, so we'll see.
Cool. All right. So, yeah, write to us, bedlovebeyond@gmail.com. Hit us up on the website, bedlovebeyond.com. Give us a call or text us at 201-862-8-BED. That is 201-862-8233. Hit us up on Facebook, facebook.com/bedlovebeyond, and follow us at bedlovebeyond on Instagram, Twitter, Periscope, and YouTube. Thank you for listening to us on Podbean, iTunes, Pocket Cast, Stitcher, and
Google Play Music.
Please rate, review, like, and subscribe to us on any of the devices that you listen to. That is the end of the show. I'm Martini.
Always Jen.
And prepare. Oh, yes. Prepare for the next episode because
why?
It is episode 100.
Wait, what's happening?
I don't know. I'm just as surprised as you are. I'm just saying it's episode 100, so
we might just do the same thing we do every week.
So, it'll be a good time regardless. All right, I'll see you guys.
Peace.